You've been feeling like something's about to happen. This relationship is taking a change and you don't know where it's headed. You landed here for a reason and there's an important message for you. Keep listening. Now, there is some intense energy shifts. And yeah, we've been having a lot of eclipses. We've been having a lot of retrogrades going on. And you know what? It is so confusing. Maybe you're not into astrology, or maybe you are. And it just sounds like you. It just feels like you. You're feeling a psychic conversation, and you know that there's a important energy that you two are sharing, but you don't know what it is because you two are connected. There's a spiritual energy. Make no mistake, this is not your imagination. You do feel it. They feel it. But why is nothing happening with this relationship? There is definite passion. You've been feeling like intense emotions, energy, and a lot of other stuff. We're not going to get into it. Now, you don't have to label your relationship. You don't have to say it's a spiritual type of connection or not. It's all about what you're feeling in your heart. It's all about emotions. There's definite love happening. There's a definite love connection. And maybe you just met this person, or maybe this person has been in your life, but they are with someone else. And you don't know why you're just so drawn to this person. I know that sometimes it gets confusing when they're with somebody and you're not with them, and you feel it and they feel it, and the communication is really, really, really intense, but nothing happens. It's only for the fact because you two are brought together for a reason. And don't pay attention to everything that is being said, but do pay attention to what you're feeling, because whatever you're feeling is something more that is trying to tell you. It's trying to give you a message, and that's listening to your intuition. Now, you've been a warrior with other relationships, and yeah, maybe it just feels like, are you going to just be sitting around waiting and nothing is going to happen? Or maybe you're feeling like you are going to get together, but why aren't they, communicating with you? Why don't they tell you exactly what's happening? Why are they so quiet? Why did they ghost you? You have all these questions inside your head, but the more you put those questions, going on, like you have to find out, you have to learn more about it. Like that's planting seeds. And when we talk about seeds, we don't talk about the kind of seeds that you put in your garden, because it is a springtime energy, but it's more about you finding serenity inside yourself. Because if you don't find that serenity, you're not going to find serenity with that person. And that's where, getting more grounded, getting more spiritual, getting more in tune with you. Yeah, a lot of people talk about, it's time to have some self-love. It's time to have some self-care. Yeah, that's wonderful. But if you're not finding it inside your mind, in your heart, your health, your spirit, mind, body, and spirit, you're never going to find it anywhere else. The key is trust. When I say trust, I don't mean trust that person, whatever they say, because yeah, sometimes, you've been burnt. We've all been burnt. And, you trust, you try to give the benefit of the doubt, but when they just keep saying something to you and you can't trust them, it's time to trust what your heart is telling you. You have to listen to your intuition, just like what we said, listening to your intuition, not listening to your friends, because when you listen to your friends, sometimes they have their own take on it. Not that I'm saying they're wrong. I'm not telling you don't listen to your friends, but there's something drawing you two together, and whatever that may be, it's time to trust what your heart is saying. Trust yourself for a change. And then that's when self-love will come through, self-healing, self-awareness. And you know what? That's the key to happiness. See, like in this card, she's really happy. She's really happy. She's into butterflies. I want to go there. Okay, so you have to trust what your heart is telling you, and this person will come to you and more like reveal more to you. Sometimes it doesn't exactly mean they're going to come to you and, say, hey, I'm ready for a relationship. I love you. Yes, that could happen. But I'm talking more about them coming towards you and giving you what you need. Sometimes it's closure. Sometimes it's more about what they're feeling in their heart. But whatever the case is, whatever the situation is, it's time to take it down a notch and not be so hard on yourself. Yeah, there's so many energy shifts happening in this atmosphere right now. It's incredible. It's hard for me sometimes to keep up with it. Like there's one thing going on and there's another thing going on. Retrogrades happen. Venus, Mercury, full moon, lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, new moon. You know what? It's just it's just going crazy, and it's not like it always happens. It's just like once in a, blue moon. Yeah, here we go, blue moon. You have to trust what your guys are saying. And this is a great time to get more in tune with spirituality, getting a psychic reading, getting, meditation, anything that has anything to do with spirituality is going to be more enhanced during this time. And I'm not talking about on the exact date. I'm talking about on what you need to do, throughout that month or, week, whatever you want to call it. But it's a good time to, just focus on you and your spirit self, your what you're being guided to. So I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, I advise you to get a longer reading. I do offer phone, chat, and email readings, and the link is in my description. You could also message me if you can't find it for whatever reason. Because I'm here to help. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.